I just got these wheels off of Facebook Marketplace for my truck, and they're kind of dirty, covered in grime and probably corrosion and brake dust, and looks like gross. Anyways, so I just splashed some water on here, no soap or anything. I'm going to try this Meguiar's wheel cleaner. It's supposed to turn purple or something when it's taking this stuff off. We'll see how it goes. Well, I sprayed these a couple times. It's not very color changing. Might be a little bit of purple right there, maybe. But, yeah, maybe a little bit right there. It's been sitting on here a couple minutes. Already done a couple coats. These wheels might be a little worn. This one looks like it's getting a little bit more gunk off of it. Some purple black stuff coming off here. Yeah, we'll see. I have to go a couple rounds on this. I'll use the Meguiar's all-wheel cleaner, color changing. It got a little bit off, and I scrubbed it on top of it, and there's still a bunch of film and stuff on it. That's not good. So let's see if I can try something else. Okay, so it took a little bit of elbow grease. Since these are chrome, and all you gotta do is take a little bit of this super fine steel wool, this quadruple lot super fine, this whatever steel wool you can find, water, and maybe a little bit of soap, and as long as you don't push too hard, it won't scratch the finish, and you get a nice clean nice chrome wheel. And not that. This was after using the wheel cleaner, chemical stuff, and hitting it with soap. Scrubbing out this chamois. And that's just after one round of just cleaning it with a little bit of steel wool. There's a couple spots on here that and it looks like I might have messed. A little spot here, a little goober. I'll clean right up. Get a nice set of wheels for that truck. I'm going to try to do this one start to finish and record some of it. So you can see it's got this nice gross coating everywhere. That's not soap or anything. That's just road grime and buildup over the years. Wheel cleaner and soap and scrubbing it with a wash mitt didn't do much. So got this steel wool nice and wet. Already did that wheel and that wheel. Now we're going to take this, make sure it's wet, so we're not going to scrub dry stuff. And we're just going to sit here and kind of buff it and polish it. Make sure it keeps wet. It's coming out pretty easy. You absolutely do not want to do this to a painted wheel. It will ruin the clear coat. But on chrome, it kind of glides right over it. Picks up the dirt, as long as you keep it wet. And it just comes right off. Do this to exhaust as well. For chrome exhaust tips. Just a little bit of elbow grease, that's all it takes. And you got some nice stuff here by the valve stem. You can see how easy this comes right off. So this does take a little bit of time, but it's about the only way. We got stubborn road grime on here, at least on these kind of cap finished. This isn't really chrome wheel, it's got this decorative cap that's kind of glued to it, pressed in place. The original lug nuts are the same way. They got chrome caps over them that actually tend to swell out and get ruined. But otherwise, it doesn't take much. So like this Jeep wheel here, you don't want to do it to this. This is painted. It will just scratch that clear coat all up, and it'll look awful. So, but again, chrome or in chrome caps or plastic, chrome plastic, so you can even do this too. That's pretty easy. Okay. I just got done with drying all these off real quick, and use the steel wool. I'm probably going to go back through here and do a little bit more touch up on a couple spots, but otherwise they look significantly better in almost every way. There's a bunch of water spots from a microfiber towel that I used here. I just got to polish these off, and it'll look much better. That so much nicer. Get all the water spots off from cleaning it and drying it off. So much nicer. So I refurbished a set of cheap used wheels. These were used, just a couple thousand miles on them. Occasionally can't find a decent deal on these. These are just stock size 18s. Alright, that's how you do it. Here's the finished product. Once the wheels are all cleaned up, nice and neat. It's been a few days since I cleaned these up. It's been raining constantly. There's been a little bit of delay in getting this last video out. As you can see, definitely it's a little dirt on it, but it's so much nicer. Looks like new. Doesn't take much, a little bit of elbow grease and some steel wool.